why is serenading not a thing anymore? And used to show up to a girl's house who they liked with a guitar and start singing.
A lot of men recently asking me, why don't women just ask men out?
I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not. I did everything they said.
More women are becoming aware they were sold a dream. Now they struggle to find good men.
We do not need men.
I'm gonna tell you who the sassiest, girliest men are based on his zodiac sign.
The older I get and the more I'm dating, I'm really realizing you don't want a rich man.
I am 50 years old and I have never been married and I don't have kids.
This is where the boss babe lifestyle lead modern women in a life all by themselves. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, why is serenading not a thing anymore? And used to show up to a girl's house who they liked with a guitar and start singing, hoping they'd peek their head out the window. Men used to go to war. Now, men expect you to have sex with them after they pay for a $50 dinner. Now, men are talking to an entire football-sized roster of females. Now, men are cocky, their egos are through the roof. And if you mention a guy that you like to your friends that you've been hanging out with, just forget about it. You're never gonna hear from him again. Never.
Me and my girlfriends all accepting absolute shit behavior from men, but just sitting around in a circle being like, you deserve better. No, you deserve better. No, you deserve, well, we both deserve better. Yeah, but I'm going to still keep seeing them. They're like, me too. And I'm like, okay, but you deserve better. No, so you deserve better. Okay.
You need help.
Look, I get it. I'm fucking hard work to date. I've got my 3 kids, pretty much full time. I get every second weekend free, and that's about it, right? But why is it so hard for men to actually just take some initiative? No dates. Not a single date. I was speaking to a fella last week and it was chat. Yeah, I'm free this weekend. He's free this weekend. And made it very obvious my free times and not even asked out on a date. And then don't even get me started on the dudes that are like, here's my phone number. Not even asking for your phone number. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Like, there's no pursuing these days. They're all like, the women needs to do the work. Get fucked. Bring back the old days. I can't deal, hey.
Well, it's hard for a man to take some serious initiative with you, madam, especially because you have 3 kids. That's not a judgment. It's just the reality of what men are calculating. We understand that many women, including single mothers, want to date and find companionship. But in today's dating pool, it's not enough to just be available. Women need to take initiative too. A lot of women complain they aren't getting dates, yet they sit on this imaginary pedestal, expecting the right man to magically appear and chase them down with unwavering effort. Meanwhile, they offer little to no effort in return. They'll post a few filtered selfies, maybe write a vague bio, and think that's enough. But dating doesn't work like that anymore. Men are tired of guessing, tired of doing all the chasing, tired of being ignored or taken for granted. Next thing you know, they're back on TikTok, crying or ranting about how men don't pursue women anymore, completely ignoring the fact that they've contributed nothing to the interaction.
People are just so desperate to love somebody else, to be loved by somebody else. If you want love so badly, love yourself. If you want to go out on a date, go on a date with yourself. You don't need nobody else to take you out on a date, to buy you flowers, to call you beautiful.
That man that came on here a months ago, who said it's going to become a time where it becomes a gift for men to even deal with women. Like, it's going to be an honor to have a woman by your side. Because women are evolving so much to the point that they're not dealing with men no more. They're happy by themselves. They're happy on them low selves and they're good. And it's going to literally be an honor, a prize to have a woman by your side. It's a prize now and an honor now. But it's going to become so detrimental because women are not dealing with men no more. He was on to something, because all this stuff that's going on right now, he was on.
Both are delusional.
Dating today feels so exhausting. Like, everyone says that they want real connection, but no one is really putting themselves out there. And like, serious question, and I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for me, but where are all the emotionally available, loving, protective men? Please let me know where. I'm saying it again. I am not asking for a friend. I'm asking for me.
Well, a good majority of all the loving, emotional and protective men, the ones who were genuinely ready to give their all, have been damaged by women who thought nothing of them. These men showed up with pure intentions, hoping to build something real, only to be taken for granted, manipulated or discarded like they never mattered. Some women saw their kindness as weakness. They used them as emotional crutches, financial backups, or stepping stones to their next chapter. And after being drained of their time, energy, and love, these men were left questioning their worth, their masculinity, and even their purpose in relationships. And the worst part? Nobody talks about their pain. Society tells them to man up, to suppress their hurt, to stay quiet. So they do. They shut down, build walls, and stop trying. Not because they hate women, but because they've learned that love for them often comes with betrayal. That's just the reality.
I am 50 years old, and I have never been married, and I don't have kids. And I know that some people think that is a red flag. And my question is, why? Is it better to have a divorce? Is it better to be like a single mom? Is it better to be in an unhappy marriage? I don't understand why people in my situation are called red flags.
So frustrated with this concept of I need to be okay with my own company, and I need to be okay on my own, and I need to value myself and all of this bullshit. That's what it is. It's bullshit. When you live by yourself, and I mean by yourself, and you don't have anyone to wake up in the morning, anyone to go, oh, I noticed we've run out of this, or anyone to ask if you want to do something on your day off, anyone to spend your time with, anyone to watch a series with, anyone to do literally anything with, and I hate it. That's the thing. I hate it. I don't like being on my own. I don't like being lonely. I don't like not having anyone. Stop telling people they've got to be okay being on their own.
I understand the frustration, truly, but let's be real. Women who find themselves in these kinds of situations are often there because of the choices they made. No one forced them into that path. This woman is sitting here crying, wishing she had someone to wake up to, someone to share her mornings with, do simple activities like grocery shopping or watching movies together, someone to share real intimacy with. But here's the harsh truth. This is the life that often comes with the so-called boss babe lifestyle. The constant grind, the obsession with independence to the point where partnership becomes optional or even looked down on. The attitude of, I don't need a man works until the silence at night gets louder, until success doesn't hug you back, until the years pass and they realize nobody's checking in on them, not emotionally, not physically, not romantically. It's not about hating on ambition. It's about priorities. You can't put genuine connection on the back burner for years and then act surprised when no one's left waiting.
Pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy. Like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're going to be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
These are the most annoying things that people tell me as a single 30-year-old. Starting off strong, learn to be content in your singleness. This is a common Christian phrase. Newsflash, I'm not content. It's not enjoyable. I'm a yapper. I want somebody to come home and yap to. My mom is starting to ignore my calls. I need somebody at home who's contractually obligated to listen to me yap. The other one, love will come when you least expect it. Cheryl, I have pretty much lost all hope. I no longer expect it. What I expect is to die alone. I have had this expectation for the last 2 years, and I'm starting to think that you're wrong about this one. You're young. You're so young. You have all the time in the world. No, I don't. I don't. I'm 30. I'm so young. Okay, I date somebody. When do you expect me to marry them? I start dating somebody today. We get married a year from now. And then what? We want to be married in our marital bliss for like 2 years. Then we want to try to have a baby. I'm already in my mid-30s by the time we start talking about having babies. If I'll get married exactly 1 year from today and then wait 2 years to enjoy my marital bliss with my husband. I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm not young. 30's not young. And I would really appreciate it if y'all stop trying to gaslight me into thinking that.
You know, for the majority of women who say things like, I just want someone to come home to, the irony is, they're not even willing to step outside their comfort zone to go find the man they claim they want. That right there is one of the biggest issues in modern dating for a lot of women. They talk about wanting love, connection, a partner to share life with, but their actions don't align with their words. They sit back, swipe aimlessly, go to the same places, hang with the same circles, and expect Prince Charming to just fall into their lap like it's some kind of rom-com. Sorry, but real life doesn't work like that. They've bought into this narrative that if a man really wants them, he'll move mountains, break through walls, and chase them endlessly, without ever stopping to ask, what are you doing to meet him halfway? Are you putting yourself in spaces where good men exist? Are you being approachable? Are you doing any of the emotional labor, or are you just waiting around in delusion?
That man would rather lose you than change, and that's all you need to know. He has gone days, weeks, months without speaking to you, and that's all you need to know. What more is there to know? What more do you need? Closure? That's all the closure that you need right there. He left. He thought that his life would be better without you in it. And I know that that's not easy to hear. Do you honestly think that your husband, your soulmate, the man that you are meant to be with for the rest of your life, would just let you walk right out of his life? He didn't fight for you. He didn't make the effort. I promise you, the man that you are truly meant to be with is going to do what he needs to do to keep you. He's not going to let you go, sis. He's going to see the value in you from day one. I don't know who needed to hear this, but I just feel like somebody did. All right, so stop sitting around sad. He wasn't the love of your life, but you will find who is. Love you.
Disciplined man. A man who knows how to treat himself and knows his self-worth and is respectful and is traditional just in the right sense and like wants to give and is like open to receiving and is not like trying to get like to fight with you over like the spotlight and knows that he's a leader and like walks and guides and like doesn't rush you and is calculated and is like, again, like disciplined. He has a vision and he executes it. Oh, sweet mama. Oh, sweet mama. Send him my way. Send him my way. Oh my God. It's so sexy. Like, it's so sexy. Like when men have their shit together, like, Don't forget, emotionally intelligent. He's got to be emotionally intelligent and is like in tune with his feelings and like checks in with himself and like is not reactive. Oh, you know where to find me. Send him my way. Send him my way.
This is simply nonsense. If women were truly attracted to respectful, kind, traditional men, the kind of men who actually want to lead, provide, protect and build a future, most of them would be married already. But that's not what we're seeing, and everyone knows it. The reality is, women don't go for those types of guys. Not in their prime years, at least. They say they want a good man, but when he actually shows up, stable, emotionally available, grounded, they label him as too boring, too nice, or not exciting enough. And then they chase after emotionally unavailable guys with red flags, or men who clearly aren't looking for anything serious. And it shows, because every so often, without fail, you'll see a woman on TikTok pouring her heart out in a stitched-up video saying something like, "I had a really good man years ago, and I pushed him away," or "He would have done anything for me, but I wasn't ready," or "I thought I could do better." So again, this is nonsense.
I am 30 years old. I'm very single. I'm happy being single. I'm gonna cry. I have 0 people on my radar. I'm not interested in dating at the moment. I need to heal myself. But what's so frustrating, is that everyone wants to move my life along faster than I do. And by that, I mean, it's horrible that I feel like I can't talk to anyone and mention a man's name in a conversation without them assuming that we're talking, that we're dating, that I like them, that they're anything more than just my friend. It's so frustrating. You can see it on their face, and they don't ask a question. They just look at you. You can hear it in their voice.
Baby, I hear women only want the top 20%, and I hear you have work to do. I'm hearing that's time for you to jump that gap. They say that as a way to try to get us to step down, and they are fully convinced that women don't know this information. Like, babe, you don't think we know that we only have one genuine crush a year? They've made podcasts about it. They leave it in our comment section. They try to argue with us about it. I wouldn't recommend arguing with them, by the way. I wouldn't recommend even acting like this information is for them. This is for women to know. Because at this point, it's like, we don't believe the lie and we're never stepping down. If anything, the bar gets higher every day. And let's be mindful about what the top 20% is. It's doing most of the stuff that we already do. Showering, skincare, thinking about being mentally aware, and trying to be a person who's pleasant to be around and interact with. You would think we're asking them to be superhuman. No, we're asking them to put in effort, clean themselves, and give a crap.
Women can want the top 10 to 20% of men all they want. That's their right. But here's the cold truth. Most of them will never get those men. And let's be honest, this top 20% isn't about a guy who uses skincare or posts selfies with motivational captions. In these women's eyes, it's about status, money, and looks. Specifically, a man with a flashy lifestyle who's tall, fit, well-dressed, and has clout. They want the guy driving the luxury car, traveling to exotic places, making 6 or 7 figures and looking like he walked out of a magazine. But what they conveniently ignore is that this same man has 10, 20, maybe even 50 women in his DMs every week. He has options, endless options, and yet women still chase after him like he's the only man on earth. Why? Because he represents fantasy. He's not just a man, he's a walking dream they want to lock down, believing they'll be the one to tame him. But here's what they don't want to admit. They're not looking for a partner. They're trying to win a competition. It's about ego, not love.